Okay, so I wanted to provide you guys with a cool little tutorial on how the HQ slash my company works. And quickly, just to explain how this works, you have to go and liberate bases, and you get these trucks. These trucks are filled with different kinds of materials. This one specifically is filled with construction materials, and I got it from Kozlovka. Now, if you guys haven't seen my video from last night, I got a truckload of fuel instead of building materials. So it it's random based off of every time you get. Apparently, precious metals are worth the most. I think I'm going to recheck that. But basically, all you have to do is drive this into here. You'll get fuel, construction materials. You'll get $500 out of it, which is also nice. And then you go to here to manage my company. So I'm going to explain how all this works really quick because it's kind of complicated, but not super complicated. Um, Basically, you have personnel, and for me, I have 10 because I got a new shipment of people, which sounds really bad, but it's just how it goes. And basically, you assign these people to many different things. You can assign them to deliveries, you can assign them to logistics, operations. Basically, logistics is people who will give you extra resource storage. So right now you can see I can hold 25 resources. When from that truckload, I got 5 building materials or construction materials and 1 fuel. So, and I already had a couple from yesterday too. So you can tell it takes up 18 out of 25, and and you can see it actually gives you a pie chart of how much takes up how much, which is actually also really cool. And it says I have 7 slots of free space. So logistics people, they don't do anything except for add to your resource storage. Operations people. So operations people, um, they go out and work the missions for you. So like what I just did was went and raided Kozlovka, even though I did it off camera, and I stole the truck and all that. These people will go out and do that for you, but you don't get any of the money that they take from getting those things. All you get is the construction materials. That's it. That's all you get. So operations is like stuff that happens behind the scenes, and all you get is the construction materials. You don't get any money for it or anything. Deliveries are people who you hire so that you can sell your resources that these people give to you. It says I have 1 precious metal, but I don't see that in my resource thing, which is a little weird. I don't know how I'm supposed to get access to that, but whatever. We're gonna just roll with it. I believe precious metals is worth the most money, but I have no clue. Um, so deliveries people will help you sell. Like right now, I have a $300 sale going to Brisbane, Australia. And this one I was playing around with, so it's worth nothing. But I can only sell 2 resources at a time right now because I only have 2 people. Unless this person, if this added efficiency percent, right now I have 2 for 5, or I have 5 for 2 people, 5% each person, which totals to 10%. 10% basically mean each one of these costs 5% to sell. So like if I wanted to sell 1 fuel, I have to have 1 person with at least 5% efficiency to do that. If I want to sell 2, I have to have 2 people with at least 5%, or I could have 1 person with 10, and so on and so forth. It all depends. Construction materials aren't worth as much as fuel. Fuel is actually worth about $50 more. Precious materials or precious metals, it doesn't say. Don't click this unless you have something, otherwise you'll have this empty shipment to wherever. And these this is where you sell and actually make the money in HQ. It's super easy, super easy. All you have to do is whenever you hire a new person, as you can see, these people are both D minuses in deliveries. I didn't have anywhere else to put them, and I needed more delivery people. So um, they both add up to 10% out of 5. So I can only sell 10% of the resources I have, or 10% of all this. Like, I can only sell 10% of my resources at a time, of all my resources at a time, because these people only add up to 10%. So that's the delivery part, and these all take an hour, unless I think if you level it up, it'll actually be shorter time, which is super cool. Now, if you go into command, there's a few different things about command. So right here, as you can tell, there's no employees for me to hire because I hired employees 30 minutes ago, and they renew every 12 hours. And basically, these last five people are who I hired there. And you basically hire these employees and you go into personnel and you give them different jobs. To give them a different job, you click on whatever thing they have here. Whatever it'll say assigned. So like if I don't want to unassign anybody right now, but if I were to unassign somebody, it would say unassigned, and all you have to do is click that unassigned button and then assign them to a certain place. Um, and you can even unassign them from this spot, or you can just dismiss them entirely, which once you start getting higher level personnel, you're going to want to start doing, because you can only have 15 people at a time, unless of course you level it up. um, Command, you just, all you have to do is just go here and see, obviously, oh, there's people here. I believe you can, yeah, so you can actually assign people to command, which is really cool, because if you do that, then they will hire the people for you and do your dirty work. I'm pretty sure. Um, Assign more employees to command to improve the quality and okay, so okay, I see. So if you assign an employee to command, whether they're good or bad or whatever, they will actually improve the quality of your employees. So I'm going to do that because that's actually really cool. I have this person in operations, this person in deliveries, this person in logistics, which I need logistics people. How many deliveries people do I have? Okay, I need logistics and deliveries. I can take mechanics away, and assign them to command. Now, right here you can see, if you correlate the icons, command is this one here. I have nobody that's halfway decent in command. So I could assign anybody and it would be the same outcome no matter what. Um, so I have Dennis Taylor currently assigned to that, even though they're best in deliveries, which I don't know why I did that. Let me do this. Let me do that and then change this to deliveries like that. Now let me see if that affected that. Okay, it did not. But see, now I can sell more resources. Look at this. I have 45% out of this. So if I were to sell all these metals, or all these materials, which I'm not going to because I'm going to sell my fuel first because they're worth more. If I were to do that and then, okay, I can't do that because this is taking up 10%. That makes sense. So now I can sell resources for $1,050, which is really cool. So now I have these people who are doing my work for me, and at the end of this hour, in 30 minutes I'll get an extra $300, and at the end of this hour, which will be at about 5:30 my time, um, I'll have another $1,050. So this is a really cool system. Training, I believe. Okay, so I believe that if you assign personnel to training, they will actually train all of your people to do their certain jobs. So you can actually, if you don't get good polls on, let's say you get five people, because you can only get, if you go into command, you can only get 5 employees at a time, I believe. If not, then don't quote me on that. But if you get them like Gary Torres here, or Pat Lee or Sandra Cox, who are all D minuses, you can actually train them um, to do different things. Now, right now, I don't have enough people to do that because everybody else is doing their own thing here. I have people in logistics, I have people in operations, I have people in deliveries. So I don't want to waste resources around. Um, I could theoretically um, do this, which means that I could change this mechanic guy to training. Let me see who he is. Mechanics right here. Training's full. I don't know why training's full, but it might be because I have to upgrade it. But as of now, I have mechanics, I have training, I have all these different things that are working together to make it so that I can make money off of my deliveries here. That's pretty much the way that I see it. It might not be that way. Mechanics, they will give you vehicle slots and they will give you repair discounts. So right now I have 6 vehicle slots total, which means that if I were to go out and buy, I don't know if there's a, no, there's no thing here. But that means if I can only hold 6 ground vehicles at a time, okay? And if they are broken, I get a repair of 9% of the total thing. So it'll subtract 9% off of the total repair damage cost. Helicopters, I have 4 or 3 vehicle slots, and planes, I have 4. I have yet to see a plane yet. I don't know where they are, but they are in the game technically. So I think they're just in the game in the terms that you can buy discounts and stuff for them, but they're not actually in the game. So what I'm gonna do, because I don't really need this, because I drive around a Game Pass vehicle, actually, never mind. I can't do that. We just went over that. So now, okay, let's look at this really quick. So instead of selling your resources, theoretically, you could bring them to this construction area. And actually, I wonder if I can cancel. I cannot cancel deliveries. Okay, so I have to go find more fuel. But if I wanted to, let's say, upgrade my logistics and storage. So if I do this, right now I have uh, right now I have 4 staff capacity. If I upgrade to the basic, I'll have 8 staff capacity. If I go here to airbase, cleanup required to upgrade base facilities is unusable for major operational purposes. Okay, so right here, to purchase this restored airstrip, runway area clear cut and packed down, we can work with this. So to upgrade this, I need 10 fuel and I need 5 construction mats. I'm gonna say mats like like it's Fortnite, by the way. So if I were to look at I guess logistics here, we can see I have 11 construction materials. That's okay, but I just sold all my fuel and I can't cancel that. So now I have to go out and find more fuel, which you get by liberating bases. Those trucks that I drove in at the beginning of the video, that is what you do to get that's what you do to get those things, to get the items like the metals and the fuel and the equipment. Now for equipment, for the barracks I need 1 equipment, 5 fuel, and 5 construction mats. So the barracks will actually upgrade your total staff capacity. So right now I can only have 15 people. If I look in my personnel, I can only have 15 people, but if I upgrade this, it'll change it to 30, which is really cool. I really like that touch. I really, really do. Now, if we were to go to the ground mechanics, which I believe is just mechanics, it makes it so that every mechanic gives you more slots and more staff capacity, which is really cool. Again, really cool. Also, this is extremely expensive. You need at least 4 of each material, and it's expensive to purchase. Then, if you want to upgrade your deliveries, which might be my first thing, so that you can really deliver things really fastly, or really fast. Sorry, I can't fucking speak. So that you can do this, it makes it so that you can have more people. Like right here, staff capacity. I don't know if maybe this will change in the future of like the time that it takes. So maybe instead of an hour, it'll take 20 minutes in the future, based off of upgraded things. But it would be really cool if it did. Operations center. This is, I believe, training. If I could. Oh no, this is equipment. Okay. So this is actually a little weird. I don't really understand what this one does. Providing our operators a larger pool of supplies and equipment will give them more options on how to approach their assignments. So I guess this could be either training or logistics. I can't really tell. I think airbase is logistics, but anyway, that's okay. Airbase management. Um, okay, so this is actually kind of cool. So right now, the airbase looks like an unfinished home, which is kind of interesting. But if you keep upgrading and doing all that, it'll look into like a almost a town center. This, I'm interested to see what it does. Oh, okay, so this is how you upgrade your loadout slots. So right now, each person has 4 free loadout slots. If you upgrade this, you'll have 6 free loadout slots. And you can do whatever you want with those loadouts, you just have extra loadout slots. So basically, all of that is the basic rundown of the my company or the HQ system, which I'm a big fan of. If you guys have more questions or want to learn more about how I figured this stuff out or want to grind or whatever and need tips, join my Discord. There will be a link in the description down below of this video. All you have to do is join it. All you have to do is ask your question. I will respond pretty quickly, I think, depending on where I'm at, what I'm doing, all that kind of stuff. So it all depends, but please go out and grind and use this system. It is free money. If you're newer to the game, then don't use the system because it's actually a little complicated and you need money to start the system, period. Like when I started yesterday, when I started playing around with the My Company system, I had 215,000. I'm down in the whole 6 grand now. So it takes a little bit of money to actually start doing things, but once you start grinding and once you start getting the different trucks and the different resources and you start managing it around, it's actually really cool, and it's actually really cool to see how it plays out. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys found it helpful, and if you did, join my Discord, hit the like, and I will see you guys in the next video.